Okay, I went ahead and muted everybody. So welcome to our webinar this evening. I just want to let me share my screen. Okay, and I'll share this one right here. Okay. So what I want to start off with tonight is I want to jump over here to our to the Online Sales Pro back office. Okay, and what we're going to talk about this evening is I want to review the connections on here on these pages with you briefly. And then I want to show you how you can drive traffic instantly to your site. Okay. And so that's what we're going to cover this evening. Your mic, everybody's muted as they come on, and then, you can unmute yourself to ask questions and stuff like that. But if you haven't played around much, for those that obviously already have the Online Sales Pro, or if you don't, you can take the 7-day trial or whatever, is that when you come to your dashboard, okay, you're right here. When you come over here to edit pages, and then we have templates, we have save pages, funnel, and so on. The save pages, I'm just going to open a page for an example like this one right here, which is the first page of kind of the business one. And I re-edited my copy down here, and my first copy I had didn't really like it, so I made it better, and so I thought about it from a prospect's perspective, and I think before I had it written more of my perspective, which you always have to be careful of all the time, okay? But as you go along here, you have to understand these pages, and as we look at this page has a video on it, okay, and then it obviously has copy and a picture, and it has a button on it, okay, and that's what I want to review is because it's important. Now, obviously, when you look on the left-hand side for the controls over here, whatever YouTube video that you paste into that line right there on the left-hand side under video is what shows up, and the nice thing about it is it defaults to the holding screen on YouTube, so that's pretty easy kind of to know if you have the wrong video, and obviously it plays in the preview mode right here, okay? So you can play it. The thing that you have to always be careful of is the link, okay? So like this button right here, I want to know more. And remember, this is a funnel, but I'm going to show you something. I created something new today in testing some traffic and stuff, and you always got to make sure where you want to send it to. Well, in this case, this is the A1 page, okay? And I'm going to send it to A2 because we have a business funnel that goes from A1 to A2 to A3 to A4. That's the ending extension that's on the page right here. So look at this right here. As we go to save pages right here, A1 is right here with your name with Online Sales Pro /A1, and then A2 is right here, this page right there. A3 is right there, and A4 is right here. So, what I wanted to do is go from A1 to A2 to A3 to A4. And that's also done, and so if you think about this, it's also done in a funnel, okay? A1, 2, 3, and 4. But if you have it linked to that page, regardless, it's going to go there. So the funnel is for ease of operation here to create a funnel, but when you want to go from one page to the next, so long as you copy that whole URL, it's going to the next page, okay? So as we come back over here, and I'm on this page right here, I want to make sure when they click this button, I copied and pasted this URL here, okay, to go to the next to the next page, okay, which is obviously A2. And then, so once they come over here and they click on this button, it's going to A2, and I hit save, okay? And this is my A1 page, so I save it. So, and then if I go to my save pages, go to my A2 page, which is right here, I got two buttons on this. I have a next, which goes to my A3 page right here, okay? And I'm looking at this right here, and for some reason that's off. You always want to double check these. That says M1, this goes to A2, okay? And then over here, this right here goes to my buy button, not my buy button, my join button, okay, at RX. So I have a button right here. I have a URL right here, okay? And it's in your system too when you signed up on there. And if you lost it or something like that, just go to another page that has it. Copy it and put it here. So you just have to make sure as you look at it, it has to have your representative ID at the very end of it. Okay? Let's say, for an example, you couldn't find it at all. You could just go to my page right here and say, I bet you it's on Rick's A2 page. And then you go to this is my site, rbillings.onlinesalespro.com/A2. And I could go on this button. I could just right click and I could just I could either click on it and go to it. And when I go to it, it's going to go to the page. And then I could just copy that URL. Well, I can't copy this URL because it redirects the number out of it. So that's not going to work there, okay? I'm going to have to just right-click and save the I would have to save the button link to then paste in here. But they have it, trust me, it's in here in the edit pages, okay? So you always want to make sure this top button right here, top button goes to where you want it to go, the next page. The bottom button goes to wherever you want it to go. In this case, I want it to go to, hey, join us, okay? Maybe it's buy now. If we look at something like, let me go over here to a SlenderX page right here, or like the MOA page right here, thing. This button right here goes to, okay, well, this is the more reason why you got to check these, because this is messed up. They've obviously upgraded the system, and this didn't hold, because this right here needs to go to my back office to buy the products, and that's not correct. Okay, so I'm going to report that to them as an error. I've been messing around with this myself, but this would then go to a buy now button. Okay, I have to remember to do that. Let me go to here, Sunderize. That's 12. Right here, A2. Let's see where the buy now button here. Yeah, this is right. Okay, so this right here goes to the buy now button. Okay, so when we click on this one, okay, let me go to it, and I click on it, it's going to the RX shopping cart. And it's also coded to go to the SlenderX products when I hit next. So it goes to SlenderX products, okay? Now, obviously, we know, we talked about it before, RX is going to, they need to change the experience on the shopping cart here. It's got to be a little bit more, easy to go through and stuff like that. But then they would go through and make a purchase. And the thing about it is, it works. Is I have people doing it. I have people buying stuff in the shopping cart. Okay, so anyway, the biggest thing I want you to do is just make sure that your buttons, you know where they go. I want to see more. We'll go to another page. I want to buy. It's going to go to your shopping cart or to your join button. That's only outside links right now. You can obviously have them go anywhere, okay? So I created a new 2-page funnel, just a funnel, okay? I created a page called S11 right here, okay? And what I did is I changed it up a little bit, and I'm just testing some things. Proven homeopathic weight loss system. Same copy, change it to blue and gold right here. I want to see more goes to the next page. And buy goes to this page. So if I go a live preview, if they say I want to see more, it goes to the next page, which gives a little bit more detail right here. It's actually a testimonial. Chip releases 140 pounds in our program. Okay, and it's his little story. Okay, and these videos again are generically saved on the Rhino Marketing YouTube channel it's a generic channel, okay? And you can get them off of there. The links are all in the in the GSL team site. All the stuff I'm going over, always be in the GSL team site, okay? So I'm going from this one page to this page, and then I want them to try to buy, okay? So they're like that. They can buy on the first page, and then they only have a chance to buy on the second page. So that button here, and then the other button on the other page goes to purchasing, okay? So, and all I did is took the template that looks similar to this, and I just saved it as a different name, okay? All I did was I went to the one that you have in your back office with the system, which was this one, okay? The S2, and I just resaved it, and I called it S11, okay? And then this is S12, where it's going to go to, right there, S12. So 11 to 12, and just two pages, okay? And we're going to work with those tonight as I show you how you can drive traffic there, okay? And so to give you a little bit of update on the system, I talked to the programmers, one of the owners today, and he said they're getting ready to have this multiple sales funnels launched. You can see if you look in here, they got a 6th page now for whatever. But they're going to have multiple sales funnels, so it just allows you to organize this sales funnel, the other sales funnel, if it's 2 pages, 3 or 4, and save them so you know kind of know where they go. And then they're taking some of the templates they have. If you look into the old generic 1 and 2 here, the way they act a little bit different. They're allowing you to save them just like this OPL Prime is. And then they're starting to work on a team area that we can put team templates into that we talked about and stuff like that, okay? So, okay. So let's see. What does anybody have any questions? You can unmute your microphone and ask me a question. You can type it in a chat box and ask me a question. If you have any questions before we continue moving on here in the, from the area, from the template area.
I already typed something in the chat box. I was asking you if you had created anything for Prime yet. No,
not yet. No, I haven't. I'm more focused on SlenderX because it's a easier product to sell. Okay, and so that's my focus right now. We can work on those. I'll work on those later, but I want to kind of get the SlenderX into actually 3 or 4 more pages. Okay. Okay, question in the chat box. Reason why we're not updating SlenderX video shown for the convention. There's a reason why. No, well, this is the updated video from the convention, Marianne. This is the video that they showed there. Okay, it's the old one was a blue background. They changed it to orange.
10, 15, 40.
Okay, and I think they extended the time, but they used a lot of the same copy in here. Okay. So I don't know if that's what you're talking about. The thing about it is you can put any video you want in there, okay? I'm going to kind of help lead and guide you, but again, these are your sites, and you can do anything you want because it's your business, okay? Keep that in mind. I mean, I'm trying to just help you understand how you can use a system like this to build and duplicate, and then I'm shifting now to teach you how, which cannot be done in just one webinar. I mean, this is an ongoing thing to learn how to do traffic, okay? And trust me, if you learn this methodology and you start to apply the methodology that we're going to go over tonight right here, the sky's the limit, literally, what you can do. It really is. It takes a little time, but you can actually build a business as big as you want, okay? With the things as RX is starting to mature and stuff like that, okay? Trust me, I think you can be excited to see what I'm going to show you. Okay. Any other questions on the pages for Online Sales Pro? Nancy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I am not clear on how the community stuff works. I mean, you're showing us everything, and you've already built those pages, and they're your pages, and they're in your pages, kind of. Yeah, they're in the columns there. How do we get them from you into our own sales funnel or our own saved pages?
So the question is when you go to your saved pages, do you see 6 or 7 of these in your saved pages? You need to double check that, because everybody that's right now, what they told me is everybody that signs up to the RxOnlineSalesPro.com will get like these first 5 or 6 pages I put in there. The thing they're working on now is they're probably going to change the community section to a team section, and they're going to allow me to go ahead and upload pages in there that everybody can grab that page, bring it into their saved pages, and utilize. Okay? So then all these things I build, I'll put in there. So we'll start building a team library, and you can just pick and choose what you want to market, which pages. But it's important that you know how to change them around and do things that you want to do to them. So that's kind of the next phase of doing that. Okay, so they should show up in your saved pages area. If they're not, we'll send an email. You can send an email to the service. There's a customer service link there, and just tell them, please add those from the RX team into my area, and they will. Okay, but we'll work that out. Okay, but everybody signing up through that link should have those pages in their saved pages area.
Okay, I just logged in and checked, and I do have those pages.
Okay, good. Okay, great.
In
So
my saved pages,
So when
yes.
you go up into this page, for an example, every time you open a page, let's say you want to open this page right here. Let me just grab a page. I don't want to. Let's say the MOA page. And you come into this page right here and you change it around. You wanted to say whatever you want. Meet MOA, comma, and amazing drink. Let's just say it like that, just for thinking we wouldn't want to put that exactly. Every time I do it and I go to save, it forces me to rename it. Now, if I want to keep it M1, M being for MOA, okay, 1 being this page, okay, I've always been into naming conventions, okay, meaning that you've got to think ahead what you're going to do. So M for MOA, S for SlenderX, P for Purity, PO for Prime Oil, A for RX, and they start at 1, and then I've already thought ahead to say when I build a second RX business flow, I'm going to call it A11, and then A22, or A11, A21, 31, start everything at the beginning, and it allows me to have 10 pages, a leeway of 10 pages in there, which I'll never have. And then I can have within, 1 to 100. You can call me anything you want, but I believe in, if I get the terminology out for myself, what the 1 starts a funnel, the 11 starts a funnel, the 21 starts a funnel, the 31 starts a funnel, the 41 starts a funnel. I know all those will start the beginning of a funnel in the RX business, that means. But it forces you to rename it. I think you should keep them short, but you can put them anything you want. You could say this funnel is a MOA, Facebook, August, and you could call it MFAUG. And I go over here into my save funnels again, and now I have a second page in here. It's at the top. It always puts it at the top of here. And it's called M for MOA-FB-AU for August. And it's the page I marketed in August on Facebook. Okay? You can do anything you want. I'm just saying that, you'll come down. And it takes a second because it's got to draw a thumbnail there, and you go away and come back, and usually it's done. And so it forces you, there it is right there. So it forces you to rename the page, which is really slick. And you can keep it the same name, but it forces you to rename it so you can keep making duplicate pages within seconds, okay, of them. Okay, let's see. Any other questions before we move on? Okay, so now let me just take and change my screen share to a different screen. Share new window. Okay. Okay, so now let's see. You should be able to see my, where'd my mouse go? Trying to get rid of this. Do you guys see the chat boxes? Maybe you don't. Maybe you just see the window there. Okay, we'll see what happens. Okay.
The chat box.
Hang on.
These are all being recorded, right, Rick?
Yes. Okay, I'm just going to get rid of the chat boxes. I want to get and the video window for right now because it's in my way. That's what it is. Okay, so we're going to talk about website traffic. Okay, and within website traffic, there's 3 important generation ingredients, and that's speed, scalability, and consistency. Okay? Think about it. You want to be able to go fast, you want to be able to scale, and you need something consistent. Okay? And I'm trying to draw an analogy I can't think of it. Okay? So let's take a look at a sales funnel that we're building, okay? We have websites that we can advertise on with banner ads, let's say, for an example. And that drives traffic to our landing page where we have an opt-in to get their name and email. They go onto a list that we have, Aweber for an example, MailChimp, whatever you want. I use Aweber. I'm most versed in Aweber. Okay, I can learn anything, but that's the one I like the best, okay? They're immediately redirected to our lead magnet, they call it, which is another page that would have like an information video on it. You know, every funnel is a little bit different. Some give away a PDF, some give away a training course, some give away a free audio. We're showing them a video. So and our landing page has a video, but we're showing them more information. We're providing them more information. We got their name and provide more information. That then can take them to some testimonials. Okay? They hit next, they can go to testimonials. You can give them the option to buy or join anywhere along this funnel, but you're taking them through and they go to more information. You're selling them. You're building up that trust with them. People buy from people they know, like, and trust. We're building that trust up with people. Then they're taken to an offer page. They call it the money page, okay? Again, here it is. Buy these products at 30% off. Join my team. It's kind of like the end of the funnel, okay? It's like the end of the funnel is stopped, so you get them to do something. Now, you have them on your list, and the goal with your list is then you market to those people. Because, see, advertising starts before you get their email. Think about it. You advertise before you get their email. Once you have their email and their information, you start marketing to those people by sending them an email, starting like you're having a conversation with them. And you send them a link. Go back to the magnet page. Did you understand this video? Hey, if you missed this video, here I sent you a link to it so you can take a look at it again. Hey, wow, did you see these testimonials? They're amazing. Did you see how much so-and-so lost, whatever. Hey, here's our offer page. You start developing a relationship through your list. But what's important about a sales funnel is you have to test it. You test it. Now, you can build a sales funnel and start things without testing, okay? But ultimately, to be able to ramp a business up, a product sale up, or everything big time, you have to do a lot of testing. We're not going to do much of it in the beginning, okay? But ultimately, as you get going, and I want to show you, you got to start testing. Because what happens is if you start to split test 3 landing pages, for an example, and let's say the first landing page converts 4%. The second landing page converts 23%. The third one converts 15%. Which one are you going to use? Obviously, the one that converts 23%. And what I mean by that is you might have to run all 3 pages for a month, drive equal amounts of traffic to all 3 pages, and the pages might, the lead magnet page, the testimonial, the offer might all be the same. And all that's different is the landing page titles. Maybe the way it's laid out, maybe the color, okay? Just some slight variations. But what happens is when you get a funnel that's working and you get a 23% return on ROI, return on investment. In other words, you get it, so you say, okay, every time I spend $10, I make $50. If I told you right now, you are almost guaranteed for every $10 you spend, you're going to make $50. How much would you spend? How much would you spend? Would you spend 20 or would you spend 2,000 to make 5 times? To make 10,000 if you knew it was working, right? Now, some of you might think that's gambling, but it's not when you get consistent. And that's how major players do it in the industry. They test, they get something working, and then they just pour it on. They just buy the traffic like crazy because professionals in the business on online buy their traffic. Okay, I've told people about blogging and this and that, but professionals buy traffic, okay? There's many ways to drive traffic. The slow way is usually free, blogging, writing articles, social media, classified ads. That's the free side. And some people, that's what they're up against just to get their feet wet and learn, and that's okay, okay? The fast way, which you're making an investment because there's a return investment, is pat per click. It should be pay per click, okay? Cost per CPM, which is cost per 1,000 clicks, and banner advertising. And tonight we're going to talk about banner advertising because it's simple and it's not real expensive, okay? And I just want to show you, because as you go forward, and you learn this and say, wow, that just doesn't seem that complicated. It's not. It's not. You have a website. You're trying to drive traffic to it and get conversions, get people to opt in. And we're going to focus on SlenderX, but then I want to focus on the business end and everything else like that. And I want to share with everybody. My goal is to go on through the end of the rest of the year and share with everybody all these different ways. And then you sell in and pick what you want to market and sell to. You might just become promoting products. Okay. But I tell you what, as soon as Tim Sales opens his gate, keep that in the back of your mind for the rest of this presentation. When Tim Sales opens the gate for his fat loss, for 3X fat loss, and you know how to drive traffic, you could be sitting in pretty good shape here. Okay. So in banner advertising, there's direct buys. A direct buy is great for beginners. Okay. You're buying directly from a website owner. Okay, you're putting a banner on their site. When people click on it, they go to your site. It's pretty simple. Okay, somebody sees something, they click on it, they go to your site. Okay, it's great for testing new offers. Okay, you build a relationship with that person that owns the website or the webmaster. Okay, it's fairly inexpensive. It's very inexpensive. Okay, and so get off there. Okay. And so direct buy is one way. Now, what we do into doing a direct buys, we got to do some keyword research. Now, what's keyword? What's a keyword? You maybe heard a keyword. A keyword is a word or a phrase that a prospect or anybody searches on Google, on the internet. Holistic weight loss, business from home, make money at home, how to lose weight. Those are all keywords. You've heard long tail keywords. Those are just phrases that have more terms in them, okay? You know that you can find out how many hits, and I'll show you tonight what people are searching for through the Google keyword tool, okay? And usually you have to have a Google account, or you got to set up a Google account to do it, or have a Gmail account to get into it. And it's really pretty cool, and I'm going to show that. I'm going to demonstrate that when we get done here, okay? And there's a site called Alexa, which it can verify the traffic. It's a paid service, but you can still get a little bit of a hint. And there's a plugin that I use. I'll show you what on Google Chrome that I use that's free, that gives you a little bit of tool. And this is again, research. So research means that you need to have your notebook, okay? I have a notebook here. I write in notes all day long, and then I have a journal. And I tell you that because everybody should journal, okay? Write things down that are important that you want to remember for a long time. When you're just making notes, write them on your notepad, okay? And so we're going to walk through this. I'm going to show you, but you're going to be researching and you're going to be learning this. You don't have to learn it all tonight, but I guarantee you, if you stay at it, if you stay at this, you will learn, okay? Here's a Google keyword tool. You type in natural weight loss at the very top in that line, natural weight loss. And it comes back and it says there's 2,900 searches a month. And the competition is high. And on Google AdWords, they charge about $2.69 to advertise that word. 2,900 divided by 30 is 100 hits a day. So the term natural weight loss gets 100 hits a day in the United States. Okay? 100 hits a day, that's what that means. But it also shows you other relevant keywords. Natural weight loss pills, natural weight loss supplements, natural weight loss remedies. That's kind of medium. I don't go for anything under 1,000, okay? So my target is above 1,000, medium to low competition. When I say my target, that's the words I want to go after, okay? So these things all tie together. You say, well, Rick, how are you using these keywords? What I'm going to do is I'm going to find a keyword that gets a lot of searches. Natural weight loss does. I'm going to go on Google and go to natural weight loss. Then I'm going to find some sites that get a lot of hits, okay, that come up for that keyword. And then I'm going to see if there's some advertising that I could buy on those sites for my direct banner ad buy. And I'll show you because they're all over the place, okay? Not every site is, but they're all over the place. And then there's intermediate buys, okay? And the intermediate buy is great for beginners and professionals, okay? They're agencies usually that have publishers, which is a website, and advertisers, which is you and me. Okay? And I went through and bought some today, and I've done this in the past. I haven't done it recently, but I'm going to do more of it now, okay, to continue to prove it out and stuff and hit on it. And so we're the advertiser for you and me. They're the publisher. The website's a publisher. And you can advertise on all kinds of stuff you wouldn't even believe. You think, how can I advertise on that site? Well, you can, okay? It's a self-serve platform. You'll see it's all self-service. It's pretty simple, okay? You buy ads at a fixed monthly cost or a CPM, which is cost per thousand. They say, we'll sell you 1,000 views for $2. We'll sell you 1,000 views for $3 or whatever. Just depends what the site is, okay? So you know exactly where your ads are placed. What websites are they on? You decide that, okay? And we'll go through that. So you advertise on a website, and when they click on the banner, it goes right to your website, no matter where you want to send them to. Okay? Here's 3 of them here. We'll talk about the first one here, but buysell.ads.com, exoclick.com, and AdOnion. Now there are many, many, many of them. And we will all continue to go through and research more and add more, and I'll add all these in the back of Global Success Leaders, okay? So then people can have that. But we're going to kind of talk specifically about buy-sell ads because it's pretty simple. Now, there are some intermediate buys, and actually you might find, if you're out there searching, the next thing besides, there's 3 levels. There's a direct buy, intermediate buy, and there's a network buy. The network buys, you're buying hundreds of thousands of hits to your site every day. Hundreds of thousands of hits every day. You're talking a lot of money too. So, you've got to be very careful. Not a place for anybody that doesn't have a site that's really tearing it up to buy it at all, okay? So we'll talk about the buy sell. So what happens is that you go on the site, you pay as you go. I placed this ad today, this banner ad today, proven holistic weight loss system, okay? $20 bought me 1,000 banner ad views for the next 30 days, okay? And we'll go through this, and you can see this. The arrow's pointing to the bottom. It's 468 pixels wide. Is that banner ad by 60 pixels high, okay? So it's, when you say pixels, is just that's how, when somebody says, how big is that picture? It's 468 by 60, fits in their thing. They have 430,000 impressions available. They're $2 per 1,000. See it right there? It says $2 per K. K is 1,000 impressions. So how many you want to buy? Buy. You want to have, I bought $20 worth, and I'll show you, okay? And so it shows you, and it tells you we get around, 10,000 to 15,000 page views per day on 6,000 unique visitors per day on the health and fitness niche. Okay, so you get 6,000 visitors per day in the health and fitness niche. And they go, now this is a website, Get Holistic Health, and I'm going to show it to you in a minute. I'll show you that. That's the website. Okay, I bought a banner on that website. $20 for the next month. It's going to serve up 10,000 impressions. Okay. Here's a direct buy where you can go. This is Work at Home Moms. Very, very popular website. These arrows are pointing to banner ads. There's a banner across the top. It's a 728. That's the most popular one. That's a headline banner. There's a skyscraper. This is, I forgot how wide, by 600 on the left, okay? There's a banner right here on the middle right and the bottom right. They look like those almost could be Google ads right there, okay? But this site right here is a very highly trafficked site, and it's Work at Home Moms. They got a business opportunity section there. And we'll look at that here in a minute, okay? So somebody says, I need a banner. I'm going to create some banners, but you can't hold me to everything. How fast I can do this. I'm going to create some. If you got suggestions, just tell me, and I'll put them in the back of Global Success Leaders. The banner I created, you can go download it. It's a Global Success Leaders under the websites, under RX Online Sales Pro, and I'll be reorganized a little bit, and then banner ads. And I'll keep putting them there, okay? But you can go to $20bannerads.com. It's a really cool site, okay? And not everything's $20, but you can get the green ones for $20 is where it starts. You go to the site, and a 768 by 90 is a headline banner at the very top. It's $33. So they're all color-coded on the right-hand side. You can see the colors go across. They start at 20, 25, 28, 33, 39, 49, 79. Okay? And the red one's a Facebook cover. Okay? And they make some really nice-looking stuff. Okay? The point is, when somebody says, well, I don't have a banner, there's no excuse. Okay? Now, there's other sites like this out there, but these guys, that's what they do. Okay? And one thing that you'll understand going forward is you want to duplicate success. Go look at some other things that people have done, okay? Look at some wording and stuff like that in the different space that you want to advertise in, okay, as we go forward. So some banner creation tips. You want to keep animation to a minimum, okay? Having a pointing arrow to a button is good. You know, some curved arrows there. You want to keep them subtle, a curved arrow if possible to a button. At times, I didn't put a button on mine, okay, but you can. And then model what's working, as I just said. Look at other stuff that's working, get some ideas and model that. So I'm going to go through it. I'm going to demo a couple things. The keyword tool for sure. Show you the advertising on this buysellads.com and show you a plugin. I use Google Chrome, okay? So let me exit out of here and let me just share a different screen. Share a new window and go back to, let's see, it's desktop right here, okay? Okay, so let's come over here, and we have our website. We know the website. I'm sending traffic to this S11 website, so I'm sending traffic here, okay, to that. This is the site I'm sending traffic to. So that banner, when they click on it, they go right here. There's no opt-in in this case, okay? Funnels can look different ways. I'm just trying to see if I can send traffic to here, and will they buy the product? How many can I get some conversions? Okay, so let's go over here and let's go to the Google AdWords. A simple way to do it is just go to Google and type Google AdWords, a keyword tool, not keyword tool. You can get it takes you to AdWords, but Google keyword tool. Okay, and if you look in the first one, obviously it's Google. They're going to put their tools at the top. So right here it says Google AdWords Keyword Planner is where you want to go. So it's coming to here, and it says create an account or sign in. Well, I have a Google Gmail account so that I use for working there, and so I just log into my keyword account, and it comes over here. It says find keywords. Okay, now this is really right here. Search for keywords. Okay. And let me just do this right here. I got to get my chat box up so in case somebody's chatting in there. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to come over here, and just like I did earlier, let me just stay in that same natural, we just call it natural weight loss. Okay, and just hit get ideas. So what comes up here is where it comes over here, and it says, and what it does, it groups these ads here, which I always like to go to the keyword ideas. The tab over here says keyword ideas. Okay, and what it does, it comes back and it says, okay, your natural weight loss right here, natural weight loss gets 2,900 hits a month. It's high competition, and there's the suggested bid on Google. They're telling you in real time what they're doing. Okay, this right here can give you all kinds of great information. The thing you have to always remember is that if nobody is typing that in a search engine, don't use that term to go looking for it, because they're not going to either get traffic to that website, or if you want to write an article, you can write an article on natural weight loss. But if you then wrote an article on natural weight loss herbs as your keyword, you only get 320 clicks a month. That's 10 a day versus 100 a day. So which one would you choose? So it makes sense. So you go down here and you say, okay, here, those two aren't bad. Could I, use those if I was going after, if it was a supplement? Go down, oh my goodness, here's one weight, 90,000, oh, weight loss. That's pretty competitive, right? When you get to some of those like that, you have to just make a decision. They're pretty dang competitive, just weight loss, okay? Well, there's fast weight loss. Would that apply to SlenderX? Yeah, that could apply. Rapid weight loss, I like those better. Look at 10,000 hits almost. What is that? 300 some odd hits a day. Quick weight loss, 18,000. Medium competition. Okay? So you start to write your list. That's a good keyword. These numbers will change, but, keep in mind, they're not going to change night and day. Start making your list. Copy these, put them in a spreadsheet. You could actually download all these right here, but you got to open up an Excel spreadsheet. But you then want to weed out all these ones that aren't getting hits because it's a waste of time. 22,000 weight loss program. 22,000 hits. So you come over here and say weight loss program, 22,000 hits. Copy this term. Come over here, open another tab. Let's go to YouTube let's go to Google, type that in, and this is everything comes up for weight loss programs. Now you're on this page in Google and you're looking for a site that you could advertise on, that you could put your banner on, right? Okay. Now this is the direct buy that you're buying from the website, directly from the website owner, okay? Look at Dr. Oz. You can buy an ad on Dr. Oz. Now, it might not get approved depending on his competition because he has our competitor as well as our competition, but you just keep looking down here and you open something up. That's a clinic, and you have to start when you do this, you start thinking, well, if I opened up like a competitor that sells a competitive product, would they let me advertise? No, they wouldn't let me advertise, okay? Like Dr. Oz might, but let's just open this. Health USA, this would be a tough one. I hold my control key down and it opens up a new tab. And I just go here. There's an ad at the very top, but US News, that's going to be kind of pretty stiff on this kind of a buy, okay? And then here's Nutrisystem. Obviously, they're not going to let you advertise on their site. They're really not going to run ads on a product-based site, but you're looking for somebody here. Okay, Fat Burn Orlando. Okay, now that's Orlando, and they're getting me into it here. Let's turn this off here. Okay, so you're going through here looking for websites that you could. Let's look at this right here. Authority Nutrition. So all you do is you look at the site, you glance out real quick and see if you see another ad on it. If you don't see an ad, you leave. Because if you don't see an advertising, they're not selling advertising, okay? And you go down here and you look for an ad. You look for somewhere where, that's a clinic right here again. Nope, okay. And so it does take some time looking for things, okay? But let me, I typed in earlier, I typed in homeopathic weight loss, and I found this site, okay? VITALITY magazine. Okay. I found this site right here, okay? Vitality Magazine. And look at it just for a second. Look at this on the left-hand side. Ad. Those are all ads, okay? Ad. Okay? So you scroll to the bottom of the page and you look and see, advertising rates. You click on it, and they sell banner ads. They sell print. Nope, I want online. So I click on there, and it downloads a page here, and it shows me their rates. Now, this is a little expensive, but depending on how many hits they get, and they tell you through here and stuff like that, you could go with other people and do a group, like a little co-op, and do a rotator, which, I'm telling you, or you can get a little tile ad for $208 for a month. I mean, it's quite a bit. And then the second month's lower, and the third month and the fourth month's lower. So they kind of work with you, okay? I'm just kind of showing you, this is maybe not for the starter to get going on because there's a lot cheaper. You can get them for $20 ads, which I'll show you. But the thing is that they're out there, okay? So you just have to keep searching, find some words and search, weight loss calculator, and so on, and then find those terms, and you will find the sites, okay? Here's one I run across, get off of keyword tool. And you can play with this and just start saving these terms and categorize them if you want to. But here's a site I found earlier. Look at this one right here. NoPassiveIncome.com. Okay, NoPassiveIncome.com. Look at this right here. Banner ad. Okay, and they're getting pretty good hits. An ad. Okay, some stuff that's on their site and more ads. And this is kind of like making money. Okay. And then you go to the bottom and you see if there's a link. Okay. Nothing at the bottom, but there happens to be one at the very top, advertise. Okay. Which tells me that they do generate they must be generating a lot of traffic from their ads. So here's ad. Here they are right here. These are on a wait list because they're sold out. So I look at this and say, okay, let me just draw an analogy. They got one available. They got two available. They got two available. It must be working. Okay. And so, so then I could go over here and I could say, okay, this 250 by 250 top right. So I would look at 250 top right, which is probably this one right here. Okay. If I right click on it, I could expect it and see the ad, or I could right click and save it and look at it. Okay. 250, 30 days, 95,000 estimate impressions for 30 days. One of two available, I guess. Maybe there's one left. So they're charging $109. $109 for 95,000 views. Okay. Some places will let you change your ad halfway through. Others say you put it on for 30 days and that's it. Okay. Meaning that you can't change your ad here. Some will let you change it, but that's the relationship you develop. It says contact me directly. So you contact this guy. You just start a thing. Hey, I've got a weight loss problem. No, this would be a business opportunity because this is business. This is no passive income. You would put weight loss. You didn't put a product on here. This is more for the business opportunity. So I have a represent a company, and we're looking for different representatives. I thought your site might be good for that. Tell me a little bit more about it. Sell me on it. Okay, sell me why I should get that ad there. Here's one for $99. Same estimated views, but it's in a different place. It's probably the one down here. Okay, 300 by 200, because this is a square ad up here. Okay, so there are many websites around there's tons of them. This is a very popular way to drive traffic. It has been, and it's getting more popular because the news media's, the print ads are going by the wayside. There's a lot of people that just, the Google and even Facebook are going after Fortune 500 companies. They're going after the Fortune 500s. Google did that many years ago and just kicked all the network marketers out of there that you couldn't promote products and stuff like that. Okay. They don't want to mess with the little guy. They wanted to play with all the big players. Okay. Which is key. So anyway, as a group, we can keep, I'll show you this, but then I want some feedback and ideas. Maybe there's some people that are on here. I know Richard Norris does some advertising and does a lot of internet stuff that we can, can chime in and help and because I'm not telling you I know everything. I'm just showing you some methods that you can do. Okay. So let me see. Let me show you one other thing. I'm on this site here and I use Google Chrome here. Okay. And most all the other browsers have plugins. Okay. So I can go over here on the right hand side and go over here to settings. Okay. And I can come over here to my settings and I can add plugins. I can search for a plugin. So I have a plugin in here. Okay. That is called, I wrote it down here. It's called Open SEO Stats. So Open SEO Stats. And all I got to do is click on it and a window opens. Can everybody see that a window opened? Can you give me a yes in the chat box or shake your head up and down? You can see a window? Because I'm recording it. I'm showing this, so I want to make sure you can see it, okay? And what this does, it has a lot of information, and 90% of it you don't need really, okay? But here's a couple things I look for. When I'm on a site, I want to make sure it's not in India. So I go geolocation. This site's in Provo, Utah, okay? That's where the hosting is. I want to make sure it's not in a third country that, is just driving clicks and it really is not relevant. I want to keep stuff maybe local in the United States, okay? Google has something that's called PageRank. And anything that's a 1 to 10 page rank, trust me, is doing fairly well with the amount of hits it's getting. Okay. Most 90 some percent of the sites don't even have a rank. They just have a 0. Okay. But if you're getting good hits, they will give you a page rank, and there's a lot of things that matter, but that's one thing. Alexa that I talked about, here's a ranking. Now you see it's a 91,000 site. Well, it's hard, and I haven't used Alexa for a while to know where's that cutoff number and stuff like that. Is it, 200,000, 300,000 and less are good? But when you get on like Google's an Alexa rank 1, okay, because it's the highest ranked site on the internet. It means it's whatever ranks. Let me just jump to Google and show you. So we're on Google right here. Let's say Google while we're in the thing, but let me just go to Google. Okay, and just pull up a rank here. It's a page 9 rank site, and it's Alexa rank number 1. It's the highest hit site in the world is Google. Okay, number 2 should be Facebook. Okay, so if I go to Facebook and go over here to Alexa and click on it, number 2 for traffic should be Alexa. So you're at number 2, and then YouTube should be number 3. Okay, so the point is that by clicking on this little plug in here, it'll give me some SEO, search engine optimization, some statistics. So I know, okay, they're in the US, I'm comfortable with that. Okay, the Alexa ranking, 91,000 really is pretty good. Got a 2-page rank, that's pretty good. Okay, traffic. Well, it's not ranking here for traffic, and this has some variables, but this is a free version of this Compete, okay? And Alexa, you have to pay it to get those and stuff like that. Other information's on here that you don't really, it's not real relevant. Their domain thing, the pages, their links and stuff like that. More of a, when you're competing and for rankings and stuff, that's useful. But let's see if we can see, here's the banner, here's the $20 banner ads. Okay, let's jump on it. So page rank 4, okay? So it's a page rank 4. It's 153. Let's look at its traffic. It doesn't have a traffic thing either. But we'll jump on a couple sites, and I'll pull it up, and we'll see there. So when you go to jump around a little bit, when you get to $20 banner, they try to sell you some packages down here. Don't do that. Just go over here to pricing, okay? And then look at, here's the pricing. And this is for buying individual banners. Okay, so you could say, okay, this site wants to have a 300 by 200. They want a 250 by 250. Well, that's the pink. That's going to cost me $28. And then you just follow through this right here on how to submit it and stuff like that, and so on. So they'll, you can go through the site and figure that out. Okay, let's see. Look at my notes here. Okay, so let me go to. We looked at this site, Vitality. Let me go to the buysellads.com, okay? Don't need that open anymore. So when I said it's a self-service site, it pretty much is a self-service site. Are you an advertiser or publisher, okay? And I'm not saying this is the best one, but it's a good one to get your feet wet on for $20 or $30 or $50 just to get a good understanding, because we will find more as we go along and hone into it. But this is, I've talked to somebody and they said it was a pretty good site. Okay. So I'm an advertiser. So I went through this process. It kind of shows you what they do instead of doing all this stuff. That's what they do. So I went over here and I said, okay, let me start a campaign. And how do you start a campaign? I clicked on start a campaign, and it says, okay, you got to pick your market. You want to do, everything Apple. You want to do business and finance, education, family, parenting, food and drink, home, market. Oh, no, I want to do health and fitness. I want to do health and fitness. So I click on health and fitness. These are the websites. There's 23 different websites that they sell that are publishing on their site, right? So I go over here to holistic thing, and it says they get 446,000 impressions a month on the site. So I click on it, okay? And I see they have 3 offerings. This is the offerings they have. They only offer these 3 sizes. It already says my ad's active right here because I bought it earlier, okay? I could have bought the headline banner at the top, $3 per thousand, $2 per thousand, $2 per thousand, okay? And I want to go see the site. I click right here, and it opens a tab to the website so I can go look at it. Okay, and it shows the website. And there's some different people advertising here. And let me just hit refresh and see if the by chance the banner. I did a screen capture earlier, but the banner comes up here. I'm just refreshing to get the next banner up, but you know, they don't do it. But then you can see there's banners on the left-hand side and stuff like that, okay? So I can go back here. So you can come over here and say, you can look at these sites. 93,000 hits, iHealth Blogger. And you look at it, and this is on a wait list because it's only got so many available. In other words, the publisher says, hey, I get a lot of traffic. I want to publish my site and make some money. I want to sell ads on my site and make some money because I got a lot of people that have relevant information looking for information coming to my site. Okay, so you come over here and you look through here, and I'm just kind of glancing. Health Aim, Fit Body Headquarters. They get 190,000 impressions. They're selling them 75 cents for this size right here. The real small ones. Let's go look at this website here. Okay, so I look at this and I say, okay, let me look down at where's their ad. This is a Google ad, I can tell right there in the thing. And then there's another ad right there, but I looked at it earlier. Here's the ad right there. Okay, so there's an ad. Okay, and here's an ad right here. These are small ones. These are 125 squares right here. I just know doing this for a while. Okay, so these little ads right here, and this is a GIF means that you see it's changing from one to the next. Wholesale designer bags. I'm not going to click on it, but if I clicked on it, that would be that's an impression, obviously. Okay, and so this right here is so you can see the ads right here. So you can go through here and you can search for where you want to sell. Now look at this right here. Let me go back here a second onto the marketplace, and let's go to the entire marketplace, and let's go to business and finance. Look at this. You can advertise on Newsweek. Yes, it's a little bit more expensive, $10 per thousand. Okay, so what is that, 10 cents a click? But look, you can have an ad on Newsweek. It gets, 41 million impressions a month? But I challenge you to say, don't look at it as expensive, because at certain point, when we get some great things working, we're going to go into a co-op to say, let's go advertise on Newsweek, okay? Let's go put an ad there and run it through a co-op and see what kind of traffic we can get and see what kind of results we can get. So here's NPR. Okay, the Atlantic gets 200 and almost 2 million hits a month. Okay, costs you $16 per thousand. So with these intermediate buys, okay, you can be on some pretty high traffic websites. Okay, here's PBS, here's just different things. I mean, and so you go back here and oops, that's everything Apple. Okay, you wouldn't, and obviously they got different categories, so all categories aren't going to pertain to what we're doing, but we would pertain in business, okay, for people that want to get into an opportunity. Then we're going to be in health and fitness. And would it matter if you put the same ad on mine? No. If we're getting clicks, it wouldn't. So let me go back to my ad now and look at my campaign. So I go over to my name and look at my campaign. I started this morning, okay? It's live. It didn't take that long to, they approved it within about an hour or two, and then it didn't start running and getting impressions till late afternoon. So far it's got 116 impressions. There's been one click through, one click on the banner that I have on there. Okay. And, I'm bought $20, $2 per thousand. So I got 10,000 views over the next 30 days. Okay. And their job to get their $20 is to serve those up, because they only get the money if they serve those views up on that site, if that makes sense. So their system rotates it between the other advertisers to get clicks. Now, the thing you have to understand is that 10,000 views is a lot. It does take somebody to click on that and go through the process. And sometimes it just takes testing to see what's going to work and to get a good source. And so as we go along, you get a good source that works. All you do is buy more impressions. Okay. So, and the thing you have to understand is that if we do it as a team, if we have 5 or 7 people doing a similar thing, and then somebody says, hey, I'm getting great clicks right here, by somebody else advertising, it's not really going to take away from what you get, because there's so many out there. There's so many views out there, right? They're getting so much traffic. Now, but if you found a site that got very few hits and you were getting good traffic, then you might not want to share it. But if you get to a site that has you get to the site right here and it has 440,000 views divided by 1,000, okay? So that's 400, that's 445 $2 segments, right? So you're not going to buy all those, so we share them with the team. So when we hit gold or we hit something that's working, we share it, okay? The alternative is you pour it on and buy as many as you can to drive more, and that's a part of testing. So the testing phase is testing the sites where we're buying ads off of. We're testing the pages we're sending them to, and it's that combination. And this thing is not, you know, it takes a little time. It's not real complicated, but it does take some work. I mean, some people might not find it easy, but the thing about it is, if it was a piece of cake, everybody'd be doing what, you know, what we're doing, right? And it's not. But can you imagine when we find some of these different networks and we find some good traffic source that have millions of hits, and all we got to do is say, every time you spend $20, you get a sale of SlenderX, and you make 50 or you make 35 on a $10 buy. All you do is ramp up your buy. I want to spend 100, 200, 300 because you're getting it on the other end. And with his system, if reps come out the other end, that's going to be crazy. So when I talked about making doorway pages, I talked about making pages that we can market to in the marketplace here, that can be in the travel industry right here, that when they see something appealing, that can then take them into a weight loss, because there's maybe an introduction of travel into weight loss. You know, people that like to travel still need to lose weight. Okay, I'm just kind of thinking out loud right now, but I think you get what I'm saying. Okay, so this is the way really that, you know, people that are making it big and that, you know, professionals are doing it, is they're buying traffic. And again, like I said, there's a lot of sources. There's thousands of pages that are sources you can advertise on. Okay, and we will keep on, you know, uncovering those to find the best source that we can advertise on. And just waiting to see that ad. See, they got an empty spot for an ad here, but it's just not in a rotation right now. Okay, still not coming up. Okay, here's the Newsweek one, and they got it. Here's, look at right here's HostGator. Okay, they're advertising there. Okay, that's a subscription to Newsweek. They're advertising on. Here's somebody you know, getting web traffic, this is a SEO tool. Okay, SEO cockpit right here. This is an ad altogether. It looks like two, but this is an ad altogether. Okay, so there's advertising going on this all the time, and yeah, you can buy from them, but they're advertising. And so this company's selling it, buy sell is selling it, but they also have their own advertising department. These people that are getting tons of hits on their site, they're monetizing it like crazy. They have to. That's where their revenue's at. That's how these companies make all the revenue, is they monetize their sites of all these Newsweek and ESPN and all these sites that are out there. So anyway, let me open it up for questions right now. So if you have a question, you can unmute your mic and you can ask me a question, and I will do my best to answer it.
I have a couple of questions, Rick.
Okay.
So if we're all doing this and we have the same set of, you know, funnel pages and doorway pages, et cetera, aren't we kind of going to be stepping on each other?
Okay, you're thinking so small it's pathetic. You're an ant. You're an ant on top of a mountain here. Okay. You are. You're an anatom. There's no impossible. Look at 446,000 hits. How many are you going to buy? You're going to spend $20? That's only 10,000 hits. They got 436,000 left. Right? So no, that's the thing. You have to have an abundant mindset, first of all, to build online. The world is too big. Do you know how many people join network marketing every day? Over 50,000 in the United States join network marketing. That's people think, oh, you can't be. Do some research. The industry's too big. The advertising's too big. No, you go for it. So
the best thing we could have happen, Rick, would be to find one ad that really drew.
Exactly.
And then just replicate it.
Bingo. For everybody, replicate it. Exactly.
Yep,
That's Richard?
Yes.
Yep. You're right. Is just find one that works, find a page that works, and that's why we got to get down to the testing. And I wanted to show you this before, because I'm going to keep going forward to it, but we have to have, I'm not going to tell you that I know everything, because somebody says, what if we just change that word to say this or that? And I need people to look at stuff and say, does that really make sense? And challenge on it like that, because we're going after what Richard just said, finding an ad that works and a website that converts. An ad that converts and a website that converts. And when you find that, we build a co-op and we throw our money into a bucket. And we take that bucket and we buy ads, and it rotates between everybody's site. And we add as many people possible into the co-op. And we dominate. And then everybody says, what's that SlenderX thing? So then the company grows. And people are searching, how can I do that? We're building this snowball on Mount Everest, and we want to roll it down, when it's snowing. Okay. Any other questions or?
Well, I had another question.
Okay.
This goes back to the earlier construction part of it. You were referring to use of Aweber. Is this something we're going to have to buy in addition to the Online Sales Pro?
Yeah, Aweber. Yeah, yes, Aweber's an option. MailChimp's an option. MailChimp has a free version, okay, to up to so many subscribers, okay? But somebody's going to have to get in there and learn how to do it themselves on that. Aweber, I'll show you and share that with you and stuff like that. Yes, they're going to be hooking up the funnels eventually to Aweber. It isn't there right this minute. There is one autoresponder going back. Okay, so somebody says, well, Rick, I want to do it now. How can I do this? I'll just tell you is, let's see. Let's log in here. Okay, so somebody goes in here and says, okay, well, how can I take when somebody goes to the page? It tracks the page they go to in the lead. It'll tell you what page they actually went to, S11 for an example right there. So if you had somebody opt in as a lead, you can come over here and take their name and email, and you can go on your smartphone right here, and Aweber has a tool called Aweber Atom, okay? I'll just hold it up to the camera here. Aweber Atom, you just enter their name and email and hit sign up, and the list that you're putting them in is at the bottom, and it adds them right into that list, and they just go right to your system. So somebody says, well, I want to do it now. Just add them manually as they opt in. Trust me, you're not going to get 1,000 opt-ins a day, but as they opt in, it's worth it. Add them. When somebody signs up on a team, okay, on our team for Global Success Leaders, I type their name, email, and I hit sign up, and they're on our list. And they get invited to these and everything else like this. How I put people in. Right there on my smartphone. Okay, it's just Aweber, ATOM. It's a free application when you have an Aweber account. Okay, and so until they get it connected for us in the re-edit section right here, Aweber, until they have a drop down here, which is their intention. You can see it here to have a drop down, because right now you can add your funnel to a list. So you can take your funnel and add it to one list in Aweber. You just can't have one for business, one for weight loss, and this and that. But in my particular funnel I'm starting with, I'm not even collecting their email address in the one I'm advertising right now. I'm advertising this page right here. Okay. So I'm not capturing anything. I'm just going for clicks to see if anybody will buy. Okay. And what I'll get from this right here campaign is I will get so many impressions and one person clicked. Okay, so I got one person clicked. So I'll know if I got 50 clicks, I'll know if anybody's bought. I can kind of tell and gauge it if anybody's bought from it. Okay. Okay, other questions? Everybody's quiet. Pretty
Rick, where do they go from here to buy?
Okay. Where they go from here to buy, when they hit the buy and save 30%, if I click on that, it goes to the RX shopping cart. Now, obviously, they can pick any country that we ship into right here. It defaults to US. And when they hit next, it goes to the shopping cart here that just shows all of our products. Okay.
Okay.
And then they could pick SlenderX and Accelerate right here, and they could add it to the cart. Okay. And if they want to get the preferred customer, get 15% off, they click that. The shopping cart just changed to 15% less. If they stay on auto delivery, they get 30%. And so now it went down to $109.95. 30 off, they had to pay the 25 one time. It's just a lifetime thing. And they're going to improve this. Trust me, they just hired their whole next level of leaders at RX, their management team. And one of the guys, Tom Weeks, okay, he built systems not for Amazon, but like Amazon uses. And trust me, Amazon's a one-click buy. So they will get things down to a point that it's going to be simple because they know it would sell more products.
Yeah, because right now, if somebody just goes to this by themselves, it's a little difficult to make sure you get that 30% without somebody holding their hand.
Yeah, but the thing about that's true. But the thing about it is that obviously if they buy retail, you get the difference between retail and wholesale.
Oh yeah,
okay?
Absolutely.
And so, people do buy. Trust me, I've had some pretty good size orders in points from people buying. I'm not saying through this funnel yet. I'm saying through other efforts that I've done.
Right.
But I've got some people that have spent 300 and 400 points at one time, which is over $500 in products, because they start to see some of this other stuff. What's this? I've had people buy these different packs and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah, I was just curious as to which sites you were sending them to.
Yeah. And you could send them to Prime. Like if you say, okay, I want to push the Prime oils. I want to see if I can find some holistic people. Come back here and see if I can dig around through here in the marketplace and see if there's a holistic. Maybe not this one. Go to the other couple I had here, the ExoClick. Let's just jump over here real quick to ExoClick. ExoClick. That's all. You can set up accounts at all these things right here, okay? This says join the 4th largest ad network in the world. The 4th largest in the world, okay? So you're an advertiser, okay? But you have to be careful with some of these things right here, because you can get into some of these that renew each month or whatever. You just have to be so careful when you're buying space. Like my ad automatically renews, and it's tied to my PayPal account every 30 days, okay? And that's okay, because I know what I'm doing. I grab my paper calendar that I've always used, and I'll come over my calendar and write in there, double check the, ad, because, 2 days or 3 days before it's supposed to renew, to see if do I want to let it renew or I want to, end it, because you can end it. So anyway, you just go around here and you just start looking, and you just, you go over here and you look into the, they could do retargeting here too, Richard. And You just have to search around in here. It obviously acts and looks different than the other one. And then the other one was Ad Onion. Okay. And this right here, I glanced at it real briefly, and let me see, because you just have to read through the page right here. And this kind of was interesting because so you can see right here, ranking for verticals, advertising industry. As you look here, you can say, okay, entertainment, gaming, technology, downloads, business, technology, retail, travel, finance. So health is not in the top 10. Doesn't mean nothing. It just means that, some of these ad networks are geared more towards a certain type of a business, okay? And you just have to go in and look around. These are bid pricings that are, it's kind of populating live award-winning things of people buying cost per thousand, $1.24. This is the financial, insurance, and auto. You can see it, retail, consumer electronics. These are people buying space in different around the country right now as we speak. Okay. I was looking at this. I don't know if this is more focused on mobile, because sometimes you'll get to an ad network where it's more focused on mobile. Here, they make you jump to a few more hoops. It looks like you have to fill all this out, and then they contact you. Okay. And you have to go through a application process, but all they can do is say no. The answer is no still until you try to go in there. But these are 3, and there's hundreds more that we will find and uncover and stuff like that as we go along. I don't know, Richard, did they have any at that event that you were at that were notable?
As far as ad companies?
Yes.
No, it was more strategy. It was more pay-per-view, Facebook, marketing.
Okay.
It was more marketing strategies, building funnels, those kinds of things.
Okay. Okay, so I need some more feedback from people that are on here to know, does this interest you? Does this, and you can put in the comments in the chat if you want to, is this something that you'd be interested in continuing to learn a lot more about? And as we go forward.
Hey, this is Kevin.
Okay, hi Kevin.
Yeah, I think it's really good. I think obviously there's some things to be learned and some steps to go through before you get to the final process. I mean, the things that may be helpful is to see some of your banner ads that are out there now, so then people get a feel for what's going on.
Yeah, I'm going to keep creating those. So I created that one today, and obviously depending, there's different sizes and stuff like that. If you have some ideas on a banner ad, you could feed them my way and tell me if you're going to use it. I'm not wanting to make a banner ad unless you have an intention to use it. I'll keep making the ones that I'm going to go for and use and stuff like that. But that's, we'll build that up, but keep in mind, it's just going to take time. It's just a process of working together and time. But the thing that that's important is that if this is something that you're interested in, I'm going to keep going, because my intention has been to get into this and kind of not master it, but really learn quite a bit about it as Tim Sales is launching his thing. Because if he comes to us and says the success he's had in his first run of saying, Rick, I put 21 people in this thing and 70% of them stayed in and joined the business. 7 out of 70%, you mean 14 people joined your business out of 21? I then asked you, how much would you pay for a rep? Would you pay $100 for a rep? Would you pay $150 for a rep? I'd pay $100 all day long for a rep. If you said, hey, every day someone wants to come to you and join your business, would you pay $100? Absolutely. If they were, if they were a qualified rep. My point is that when you get something that's working and it's working that well, we just have to drive massive, massive traffic to it to win. And you think about, how do I win faster? Drive more traffic. There are companies that spend $1 million a day on Facebook. $1 million a day on Facebook. And some people can't conceive that. But there's how many? There's over 1 billion people on Facebook. They're advertising products all around the world. They're buying. So I mean, the internet is so big, and people, it. You know what I heard today, which I agree with 100%, is that we used to be in an information age. We left, industrial age to the information age. We're shifting out of the information age because the internet is so scattered with information now. There's so much out there. We're in an age of serving people. Think about it. We're in an age of helping people. People are so confused about everything. The employment, all these different things are hitting so many people. And what's happening now is the people that are winning are helping people. And it's exactly what we do in RX. Because it's what business is about. Think about it. Business is about helping people. And the internet is so scattered with information. We are over the information age. It's too much. There's too much out there. We got to help people decipher the information now, and find and help them to find what's working. Okay, so it's. I just thought that was interesting when I heard that today, and I agree with it. David said you'd be interested in a co-op. That would be great, but that probably is not going to happen for several months, I wouldn't think. So, just getting to banner ads. I mean, two things. If you're in this business and you don't want to put $20 a week into a campaign, you really need to think to being in this business. Okay. I mean, spending $20 to see what it is. I mean, you spend that. Two people, you go out to lunch, you spend that, or two people for lunch, I guess, depends where you're going to eat. Or the point is you have to allocate money for your business. And that's what people have to understand. When you are building a business, you have to invest in that business. Now you got to make good decisions, but you got to try things. You have to make mistakes, and you have success because you don't know when you're having success. As we do it as a group, it lessens the chance of failure. Okay. Coming together. And that's the goal that we're trying to do here. Okay. But you got to go out and you just got to say, I'm going to try this. I'm going to spend something. I'm going to make my best judgment. I'm just going to go look for somebody I can buy some impressions on somebody's site for, $20 a month or $25 a month or whatever. Okay. And not go through this ad network, go through a, just a direct buy. I mean, working home moms, they were a little bit less expensive. Now they're quite a bit more, but, because if you go to wahm.com, okay, if you go here to the site, as I showed you earlier, there's a business opportunity site, but you scroll to the very bottom, and it says advertise on Wham, okay? And they actually have one that's very similar to this, that's Christian moms work at home, okay? So you look on here, and they have a right here opportunity, advertising opportunities. They tell you right here, you read down through here, we got leaderboard ad. We got rectangle ads. We got the white skyscraper. Here's where they sit on our white website. Boom, boom, boom in blue. Contact us and they give it a site. They also have some sections. You can buy these little basic promo ads in here. Okay. And this is how much a month? $50 a month, depending what your placement is. $135 for 3 months, $240 for 6 months. And it's on the business opportunity page right here. And here they are. Here's this right here are the red star ads. This is the premium advertisers. And this is classified ads, okay? And they're just one-liners or a little description, okay? This is Work at Home Moms. That's the website, okay? So when you're on the main page, you look at their stuff, their statistics here. They got a page 4 rank, they get a lot of traffic here. Here's what I was looking for before, unique visitors. So you look over here, 100,000 is the bottom. So they're getting about 100 in June 2015. They're getting about 100. That's 150, about 110,000 a month. See? So the compete is monitoring them to show. They had a peak here, which means April was a peak month, obviously. So June to... Yeah, so it shows a year thing. They had something happened because there was a peak right there. Okay. And so, but you can see that with that little tool here. Okay. And this is a banner ad. Be your own boss, work at home, your own schedule. So you click there. This is apply now. And then here, I won't click on it. Here's, oh, that's not one. And this is Google, and there's one right here. Arise, whoever that is. So if there's ads there, it's working for somebody, okay? Okay, and let me read some of these comments here. Okay, Marianne's asking, you wonder what type of advertising Tim Sales is gathering for his weight loss participants. Well, he advertised on Facebook when he first did his launch, and then some of his people have promoted. The program's not officially launched yet, but he put an ad on Facebook and just did a Facebook ad. Okay. Okay. Other questions? You guys aren't sleeping out there, are you? No other questions? Okay. So let's see. So in the chat box, why don't you tell me, would you be more interested in promoting SlenderX or the business opportunity? And that will help me gauge on the banner ads as far as the variety and the sizes, what I can make of the different ones. So if you just type in the chat box, business opportunity versus the versus SlenderX, and I could take in. So it's about equal so far. Looks like it. Okay. SlenderX business. Purity. I shouldn't answer about purity. Okay. Okay. That gives me some ideas. Okay. Well, if you don't have any other questions, oh, we kind of went long. I lost track of time. Sorry, 9:30. Okay. Tried to make them this long. So anyway, we went over a lot of information. I recorded this. I'm going to put this in the back of Global Success Leaders. And I'll probably reorganize some of the tabs so I can kind of keep it a little more organized there. And so that way you can kind of see the, recap it and stuff like that and go back through it if you want to. And if anybody runs across an ad network or something like that they've seen that they want to share with me, please do. And I will kind of check it out. And these three I have, I didn't spend as much time on the other two as I did the first one. So I'll probably check those out. And like that last one, if it's too complicated, we'll probably categorize that into a bigger network buying ad, because some of these networks that you get into, they require a $25,000 deposit before you can open an account with them. Okay. Others are pay as you go. We're looking for the pay as you go for people. Okay. The 25,000 obviously is when we have something that's converting like crazy and we can get 200 people to, 100 people to throw in, or, $100 or $250, and we know what's converting, and we can buy a big ad like that and really go for it. Because obviously you can advertise, you can see on any website that has a banner ad on it if you got the money to pay for it. And so anyway, okay. Well, thanks everybody. And throughout the week, if you have any questions, go ahead and send me an email. Other than that, we'll do it again next Monday night, and we'll go from there. I'll unmute everybody so everybody can say good night.
Thanks, Rick.
Thanks, Rick.
Thanks, Rick.
Okay.
Always good.